So you've probably seen people around the health and fitness space wearing some of these weird sort of orange glasses. Now, aside from making you look like Bono or potentially Cyclops out of X-Men, do these glasses have utility? Will they help you find what you're looking for? Before we get into it, we need to discuss why people might wear these glasses in the first place. What are the purported benefits to wearing them, and what does the research say in this context? So the idea is that certain wavelengths of the light spectrum, namely blue light and often green light is in this conversation as well, they send the body the signal, like it goes in through the eyes, they send the body the signal that, hey, it's daytime, time to do daytime processes, and this has effects on metabolism and effects on physiology. And this is important. It's important to get this daylight exposure for overall sleep quality and overall entrainment of your circadian rhythm and body clocks. And this as a field is referred to as chronobiology. So the problem can be is that if it's the evening time and it's getting dark and you are exposing yourself to light, artificial light obviously in this case if the sun is down, then it potentially continues to send that, hey, it's daytime signal to your body and to your brain, which can inhibit things like melatonin secretion, which is our sleepy hormone amongst other things, which helps us actually fall asleep and it has a role to play in sleep quality. It's also a potent antioxidant. So if you're exposing yourself to this blue light spectrum and the green light potentially, you're sending that signal. So does this interfere with your sleep quality? Does it interfere with your ability to fall asleep? Well, yes, it does, based on what I just said, the discussion around melatonin, etc. Because the reality is that your brain and your body are not expecting significant amounts of light at that time of the day. And you are obviously artificially supplying that in the form of various devices. So anything with a screen is going to supply artificial light, you know, laptops, iPads, phones, TV, and also, of course, the actual lighting system that you have where you live. And this can lead to, you know, what's referred to as iPad insomnia, where you have difficulty falling asleep, you could be lying in bed just quite awake, not really feeling sleepy, not really feeling drowsy, maybe not even sleeping as well as you would like in terms of quality throughout the night. So if you can wear blue blockers, as they're referred to, and block out some of those disruptive light wavelengths in the evening time when you're not supposed to be exposed to them as much, then potentially you set yourself up for having better circadian rhythm alignment, better sleep, and all the benefits that that then brings. Now, if we look at the actual research on these types of glasses in this context of sleep and sleep onset and sleep quality, etc., it is a bit mixed. You know, some studies like this one show there to not really be a benefit, whereas some studies like this one show that there is some sort of benefit, okay? Now, anecdotally, myself and the other members of the Triage team, we do tend to find them quite useful. And when there's a situation where the research is quite mixed, how I like to make decisions about this in terms of making recommendations to clients potentially is we look at the actual risk versus reward. So there is a lot of potential reward to be had from trying something like these glasses out in your evening routine, okay? You could actually achieve better sleep, and you could reduce that sense of being lying there wide awake because you're stimulated from the blue light exposure that you're getting in the evening time. And like I said, anecdotally, myself and the team, and then if we make recommendations to clients, it does seem to help people get to sleep and sleep better. So the risks are reasonably minimal in this case. You know, it's really just the investment in the glasses themselves, which can be significant. You know, they can be, you know, 50, maybe 80 euro even a pair, and more than that potentially if you need to get a prescription pair. But other than that, and potentially getting some bogey online clothes orders because you went shopping while wearing these glasses and you couldn't see the color of stuff properly, there's not much of a risk involved. And therefore, if someone is okay to pay the money, I'm quite happy to recommend they use them and try them out in an effort to improve their sleep as part of better sleep hygiene, better bedtime routines, etc. So in terms of which ones should you actually get? Well, we don't have any affiliations here at Triage, so there's none specifically that I'll say, oh yeah, you should go and get these. But basically we have several options. And typically they range from the more clear lens glasses up to ones that are like quite red, orange, quite dark lenses. Now, the clearer lensed ones are more fashionable, arguably. Ultimately though, if you are just wearing them for a couple of hours before bed, you're probably not too concerned about that. And the reality is that the darker lens, more orange lensed ones are definitely superior in terms of the actual function that they're trying to perform. They block out more blue light, therefore you're going to get a stronger effect from them. Ultimately though, if you're just going to wear them for a couple of hours before bed, you may as well just go for the ones that are more effective, which are going to be these types of really dark red or orange ones. You can get ones that are sort of in between, kind of an orange or almost verging on a yellow lens, but these ones, which are Paleotech brand by Sundown Eyewear, these are the ones that I like. Dean from Triage also likes these, and any clients that I recommend blue light blocking glasses to, I usually recommend these ones. And they do report that, you know, it's almost like wearing a sedative. They find them to be quite effective, and it improves that sleep onset and overall sleep quality.